My name is Muzlifah Haniffa. I'm a Wellcome Senior Fellow in Newcastle University and also Professor of Dermatology and Immunology. So when I first embarked on public engagement, particularly working with creative artists, it was a very, very daunting experience because, you know, you can have these ideas, but how do you actually translate them and you know, come up with something tangible at the end of it. For example, we had a poet who basically wrote a sonnet about the skin, which does not have any emotions, does not have any feelings. This was the skin being presented and discussed in a way that it was very much a person. And I found that very interesting, partly because of the way the language that was being used to describe something that I would describe in completely different ways. They were just much more effective ways of communicating to the public than I think I would have done from a scientific perspective. And so leveraging this expertise is really very important because you get different levels of public engagement and communication, and then their feedback from understanding it from this perspective is extremely informative. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, you know, I'm a doctor, so I see patients, I, you know, treat them and they get better or they don't get better sometimes, unfortunately. And it was exactly like this, you know, seeing the reaction of people to your research and actually sometimes making you think in a way that you never thought about your research before, what your findings meant, both to them as an individual and to the broader society. So public engagement is important because everyone is a stakeholder in the scientific research that is being pursued in any institution or organization. So it is very important to get all of the stakeholders involved and their input in terms of like what research questions are being asked, is that important, what are the findings, and where do we go next? So these are the ways that we can actually engage and find out from people whether what we are doing is really what people want and how this is going to impact their lives, both now and in the future.